morning, my children. Earlier this year, that loser in the stupid hat did a little retrospective on Exiles, a series I talked about a few years ago myself. First, a few years ago, I rose during the summer to talk about every Marvel Zombies comic that had been published at that time. It was great fun, and among them was a two-parter from Exiles that featured a zombified Wolverine. It was a very loose connection, but a connection nonetheless. But now comes a story properly belonging in the Longbox, my children. If you must know, the Exiles are a team of superheroes who traveled through the multiverse, correcting mistakes in their respective timelines. Things that were not supposed to happen. People who should have lived that died. Or those that lived who should have died. But one form of the undead concerns us today in this particular universe. Vampires! Captain America has a long-time enemy who goes by the name of Baron Blood. He was an English aristocrat bitten by Dracula and later joined forces with the Nazis. Naturally, this put him into conflict with Captain America and his team during World War II, the Invaders. During a battle with him, the Baron attempted to bite the Captain, but his chainmail armor protected him from the fangs. However, in this alternate universe, it wasn't so lucky. Captain America became a vampire who murdered Baron Blood a year later and became the Vampire King. Now with his team of vampire avengers, the vampire Captain America plans to enchant millions into becoming zombified slaves of him. The mission of the Exiles is to stop him. They hope to obtain the help of Union Jack, a British superhero known for fighting Baron Blood. But he is retired now because of his own battles against Vampton America. During the first battle against the Avengers, they score some victories, even managing to cut off Captain America's head. Unfortunately, he has already begun the ritual, which brings with it several useful abilities, like being able to reattach his own head. Still, he and his Avengers retreat, while Sunfire, one of the Exiles, ends up bitten. They teleport her to Union Jack, who uses some of his knowledge to slow the transformation into a vampire. The only way to save her is to kill Cap before she is transformed, severing the cursed bloodline. They need a very special sword for such a task. And it happens that Illyana Rasputin, another exile, happens to be carrying such a sword. They slay Cap with Union Jack's help. But it seems in this universe, Union Jack had different lineage. He is the grandson of Baron Blood and a vampire himself, eager to take his place as the Vampire King. Fortunately for the good guys, Sunfire is restored thanks to the death of Cap Vamp, allowing her to burn him and the remaining blood-sucking Avengers until they are good and extra crispy. However, as a last act of vengeance against his slayers, he does use his magic to shatter the Exiles, sending them to different parallel universes. But that is not a story we need to concern ourselves with inside of the Longbox. Exiles was a series that allowed us to see the greatest and the worst of all possible worlds, the stuff of dreams and nightmares, and especially the places where the monsters could win.
And finally add the Phoenix Ashes and Dragon Bile and drink immediately.